Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the Blackwell Epiphany. Alright, let's go ahead and resume, and we'll talk to Father Michael.
Yeah?
I can't believe there's another medium in New York.
I can't believe there's another medium in New York.
Medium?
Sorry, I mean bestower. I've been calling myself medium for so long I sometimes forget.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's not like I have anyone to talk to about this stuff.
Other than Joey.
Nobody living, anyway.
Hey, look, I'd love to swap ghost stories with you, but it takes all my concentration to maintain the circle.
Right, sorry. Maybe we'll have coffee later? You know, after we save your soul and everything.
Sure, sounds great.
Alright, let's ask about the circle.
What is this circle?
Oh, this. Madeline taught me how to do it. It prevents anything spiritual from getting to me. It
Really?
takes some concentration to maintain, so I'm sorry if I seem a bit inhospitable.
Man, this could have been useful a while ago. How did you learn what was happening?
How did you learn what was happening?
You mean that our souls were being taken?
Yes.
It was a few weeks ago. I was at the bedside of a friend. Jeffrey, his name was. He went to the Grace Group meetings back in the day. Like me. He had been in a car accident. Hit and run. He was dying, and he wanted me there. And when he died, I saw it. His spirit being torn apart. He screamed. I'll never
Yeah,
forget that
been there, done
scream.
that.
I know, I saw it too.
Anyway, with Madeline's help, I began looking into other members of the group, and learned it was happening to all of us. You know the rest.
Well, I don't know all the rest. I don't know who else was in the group. What about
So you're
Madeline?
working with Madeline.
Working? I guess you could call it that. I've been too busy being scared to give it any serious thought.
What's this about sending Madeline
So
outside?
why'd you send Madeline outside?
Her presence disturbs my concentration, so she's keeping as far away as she can until this is resolved.
What about us?
You're the ones who are going to save my hide. For you,
That's true.
I'll make the extra effort to focus.
Why, thank you.
Could you tell me about the Grace Group? It was some kind of self-help group?
About 20 years ago, I was a very different person. I suppose you could call me an alcoholic, although I wouldn't have said it at the time. Then I saw an ad in the newspaper. It promised to help folks like me find their way.
Really?
It seemed to be some kind of hippie self-help group, but I went to a meeting anyway. I
In
don't
the
remember
80s?
much about the meetings, but somehow I had discovered that going to seminary school was something I had to do. It all made sense.
Made
kinda weird.
sense.
I just knew it was what I was meant to be doing, and I was right.
Huh. Alright, well, let's ask him about himself.
What about yourself? Is there anything we should know?
Look, you're not exactly catching me at my best here. I can't do anything. I'm not a true bestower like you are. Madeline says she's been weakened, or I've been weakened, or something. She doesn't know. Believe me, if I could do what you can do, I'd be out there trying to stop this. But I can't. So all I can do is hide.
That's fair.
There are tons of cases.
Okay.
Did you know that there's a ghost across the roof from George's apartment?
Really?
Do you know anything about it?
Sadly, no. I'm sorry.
Is there anything else you could tell us about the Grace Group?
No. You know everything I do.
Well, I need to know about the other members of it. What happened at the Grace
What
Group
happened at
meetings?
these meetings?
That's just it. I don't remember. Until recently, I never
Very
questioned it
suspicious.
before. How messed up is that? I'd go,
Very.
I'd sit down and leave. I'd meet with the other members for coffee afterward. What on earth did we talk about? We must have found something. But I do remember a man. Benjiro. He ran the meetings.
Benjiro.
Yeah, Japanese guy. I
Benjiro.
don't remember anything else about him.
I'll have to look that up. Notes updated. Benjiro. Who were the
How
members
many
of the
people
group?
went to these meetings?
There were 6 of us. You already know about Leah and George and
There were only
myself.
6?
The others are dead.
Who were they?
Does it matter?
Yes, it matters.
They're dead. Their souls were taken.
Even still, tell me.
Jeffrey Dutta, Heather Goffstein, Peter Fielding.
Heather. Jeffrey, Peter, and Heather. Alright, let's ask about Benjiro. Michael Cooper told us that a Japanese man named Benjiro ran the Grace Group meetings.
So the man who ran the Grace Group meetings was named Benjiro.
Yeah, Japanese guy. I don't remember anything else about him.
Okay. Jeffrey Dutta.
Could you tell me about Jeffrey?
God, Jeffrey Dutta. Talk about transfiguration. When he walked into that Grace Group meeting, I thought he was in the wrong place. I mean, the guy was a Wall Street broker, for crying out loud. He could have bought the church and everything in it. But he later confessed that he tried to kill himself. Twice.
So what happened to him?
He became a professional dog walker. Can you believe it? He
That's
used to pocket millions
odd.
a year, plus bonuses. Then he was picking up dog crap for $25 an hour and smiling about it. He was hit by a car crossing the street. A hit and run. I was at his bedside when he died. Madeline had been around for about a month at that point, so I saw his spirit rise from his body. I thought I was supposed to help him, but instead You know what happened next.
I can imagine. What about Peter Fielding? Let's see. Michael Cooper told us that a Japanese man named Benjiro ran the Grace Group meetings. According to Father Michael, Jeffrey went to Grace Group meetings. I don't know anything about him yet, but Michael says he's dead. Peter Fielding. According to Father Michael, Peter Fielding went to Grace Group meetings. I don't know anything about him yet, but Michael says he's dead. Heather Goffstein. According to Father Michael, Heather went to Grace Group meetings. I don't know anything about her yet, but Michael says she's dead. Peter Fielding.
Could you tell me about Peter?
Peter Fielding, yes. I never had much contact with him. He died several months ago. I'm afraid it's too late for him.
You saw his soul being taken?
Well, no. He died before Madeline came into my life, so I can't say for sure. But he went to Grace Group meetings, and he's dead. What other conclusion can I reach?
That's fair, but we're going to have to do some additional research. According to Father Michael, he passed away several months ago. He assumes that his soul was taken like the others, but didn't actually see it happen. Heather Fielding.
Tell me about Heather Goffstein. You
Or
said
Heather
she was a
Goffstein.
member of your group.
Whatever.
Yes, she was one of us. I asked George if he knew where she was. He told me she was dead. I'm afraid it's too late for her.
Is this like Peter? Did you actually see her soul being taken?
No, I didn't. Thank heaven I didn't. Seeing it happen once is more than I can take.
All right. Peter's
How
death.
exactly did Peter Fielding die?
Why? Are you going to try and find his spirit? There
Maybe.
is no spirit. It's gone.
You said it yourself. You don't know for sure.
It was some kind of accident. I'm not sure of the details. I read about his death in the obituaries. Too late for his funeral, sadly, but I said a prayer for him.
All right, what about Heather's
How did
death?
Heather Goffstein die?
I'm afraid I don't know. George was the one who kept in touch with her. He told me she died, but he didn't tell me how or when. I suppose it doesn't matter anymore.
It might.
All right, Michael. We're going to go.
Of course. Godspeed to the both of you. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake.
Okay, so let's go to our
I
phone.
walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of mine enemies.
All right, you know what? Let's go outside so that he doesn't keep
cup
talking while
overflows.
we're in here.
Shoot.
Talk to Madeline again.
Yes, Blackwell. Michael said that a man named Benjiro ran the Grace Group meetings.
My host has said as much to me, yes. Sadly, he does not remember much about him.
You don't have any techniques for looking into his mind or anything like that? Darn it.
Did you tell me about Jeffrey?
I'm afraid not.
What? You saw him die, didn't you?
Do you know anything about Peter Fielding? He was in the Grace Group with Michael.
I have never met him. He passed away before I became bonded with my host.
Michael believes his soul was already taken.
He might be right, but he may not be. If his spirit still exists, you are the ones to find it.
Yep. Of course we are. What about
Do you
Heather?
know anything about Heather Goffstein? She was in the Grace Group with Michael.
I know of her, but I have never met her. She passed away before my host and I became bonded. I never encountered her spirit.
Michael believes her soul was already taken.
Alrighty.
It is certainly possible, but I refuse to lose hope until I see the evidence.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. Alright.
Well, I suppose we'll talk to you soon.
Of course.
Well, let's go back to the phone. Alright, let's see. Let's look for Benjiro. No results found. Peter Fielding.
So Peter Fielding owned a gym in Murray Hill. Worth a visit, I suppose.
Alright. Field's Gym. New location. Peter Fielding, 58, passed away last night after suffering a fatal accident. Peter was self-described health nut and personal trainer whose facility, Field's Gym, Was well loved by many in the Murray Hill neighborhood. He will be missed. Now, what about Heather Goffstein? No results found. Alright, well, before we do anything else, let's go visit the, visit our cop buddy, Corey, and see if he can trace these names. Get us some more information on them. So there's Field's gym. Let's go to the police station.
Officer Palmer?
Yeah. What can I do for you?
I have some names for you to look up.
I'm trying to find someone named Benjiro. He ran some kind of self-help circle called the Grace Group.
Let's see. No, nothing on file. Sorry.
Alright. How about Jeffrey
Do you
Dutta?
have a record of a Jeffrey Dutta? He was killed in a hit and run.
Let's see. Yep, hit and run, like you said. Technically, the case is open, but nobody has any hopes that it'll be solved.
Alright, what about Peter
Can you
Field?
tell me anything about the death of a Mr. Peter Fielding?
Okay, let's see. Yep, there he is. Peter Fielding, age 54, owned a fitness center in Murray Hill called Field's Gym. He fell off a ladder while fixing a light bulb in the locker room, hit his head on the bench, and bled to death. Nobody found him for several hours. An ambulance was called and pronounced him dead at the scene.
Nothing more than that?
That's pretty open and shut. Accidental death.
That is, I wonder why no one found him for several hours.
Do you have any record of a Heather Goffstein?
Let me check. Nope, nothing on Heather Goffstein. Sorry.
Huh. Alright, well,
Well, I'd better go.
go ahead and
Thanks
leave.
for the help.
Sure.
Now, there was that, I know about Heather signed J note. That could be Heather Goffstein. So, let's go back to George Austin's apartment. And we'll have Joey go visit her and see if we can ask her about... See if her name is Heather Goffstein. And we can't call Rosa in here. Of course not.
Hi there.
Hello again, mister. What brings you by?
Still trying to figure out your name. Note on the floor.
I know about Heather. Do you know anything about this?
About what?
This note, the one on your floor.
I have no idea. It has nothing to do with me.
I think it
What's
does.
it doing here?
I have no idea.
Okay, relax.
J?
The note is signed J. Who's J?
I have no idea. And I don't know anything about any note.
Are you sure you don't know anything about this note?
No, I don't know anything about any note. Please stop asking about it.
Come on.
No, you'll figure.
Well, whoever.
Say hi to George for me.
Alright, well, I guess that's not who she is. There goes that idea. Actually, we haven't, talked to each other about these names yet.
Let's have a little talk.
What?
Let's
A
chat.
nice cozy home like this, you gotta ask why George would leave it to go out in a blizzard.
He was looking for us. He thought we could help him. And Leah.
Yeah, well, let's try and make it worth something.
Indeed. Note topics.
A self-help group. Thought these...
They're set up for people who are...
Huh, I guess we...
Alright. Anything new about Michael Cooper?
Michael's gotten himself shackled to Madeline, poor guy.
Why do you say that?
Remember her last host? The Countess? The mass-murdering crazy lady?
I remember, but Michael won't turn out the same way.
Easy enough to say, but keep your eye on both of them, just in case.
Indeed.
Any thoughts on the roof spook?
She's inside a locked apartment.
The Deacon, Gavin, Charlie Meltzer, and now Benjiro. It always comes down to one guy, doesn't it? Let's
Yeah.
find him so we can give him a piece of our mind.
Alright.
Jeffrey Dutta. That's 3 spooks destroyed that we know of anyway. We need to put a stop to this before it becomes 4.
Indeed.
This Peter guy. I guess any lead is a good one.
Yep.
Dunno who this Heather lady is, but Michael's convinced she's a lost cause.
She could be, but he didn't actually see it happen. She might be all right.
All right for being dead.
Hey, Joey?
What is it this time?
As nice as this place is,
I know.
I think I've talked about that already.
This
Benjiro.
Benjiro person. If he ran the Grace Group meetings, we have to find him.
Yep.
One step at a time, sweetheart. We'll get to him. And when we do, give him a punch in the face for me.
Sure. You need to work on being able to punch things out, Joey.
Whoever Jeffrey Dutta was, it's probably too late to save him.
Can't worry about that now. Let's just put a stop to this before it happens to anybody else.
This Peter, a lead worth pursuing?
Let your feet do the walking, Red.
What if I want to let my fingers do the walking?
Whoever Heather was, Michael seems pretty sure that she was, well, taken. Like Leah and George.
God, I hope not. I'm not sure how many more of these ripped-up spooks I can take.
Well, I'm not sure that we'd know for sure one way or the other, but... Alright, let's go ahead and leave. Well, as long as we're here, let's go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby
Yes,
and bug this man some more.
Does the name Benjiro mean anything to you?
Sorry, it doesn't.
Did George know anyone named Jeffrey Dutta?
Nobody named Jeffrey Dutta ever visited him here, that's all I can tell you.
Okay, what about Peter?
Did George know anyone named Peter?
I don't know for sure. Sorry.
What about Heather?
Did George know anyone named Heather Goffstein?
I don't believe so. Sorry.
Damn it. Alright. Out we go. Still have no idea who this one lady is. Oh, it's open.
Looks nice and warm in there. Of course, so would an ice factory right now.
I don't know about that.
It says members only.
Oh dear, are we gonna have to pay?
Looks nice and warm in there. Of course, so would... It says member...
It says members only. In my day, gyms were for sweaty weightlifter guys. These days, it's all toothpicks. In my day, gyms were for...
It seems to open with a key card.
Oh, lock gizmo. Card reader.
It needs a key card. Sticking my hand in it won't do anything. It's a key card reader. Looks like it unlocks the door.
She's just standing around.
It's a key card reader.
Some kind of modern lock gadget.
Some kind of modern lock gadget,
What do you
huh?
want me to do, scare it?
Yes?
I'm not just...
You
It seems to open with a key card.
actually thought that was going to go back to Joey. Alright, there we go. Joey, go inside. Interesting. Calendar.
A calendar with a marker pen attached. Just a marker. Probably used to change the date on this calendar. I love the idea, but I'm not really a hands-on kind of guy. It's a number on the calendar. It's a number. It's a number on the... It's a number... Looks like they just scribbled a month in up here. Beats getting a real calendar, I guess.
This is the, like a refrain from earlier music. I don't see anything else with the... I mean, they're all, like, there. Celebrity
Looks
endorsement.
like some kind of headshot photo. Probably someone famous who uses the gym. Let's see here.
Oh!
Tanya Corsi.
Well,
Hey, wait a second.
exactly.
Yeah, that's the spook from George's roof.
Tanya Corsi, okay.
Her name is Tanya Corsi. She's the spook from George's roof. Her name is Tanya...
Well, at least now we know who it is.
Looks
Picture
like that
frame.
picture frame fell off the wall. I can't touch the thing.
Surprised no one has picked it up. treadmill.
That looks like a torture device to me. Run, run, run like a hamster on a wheel. A TV showing some energetic broad in yoga pants.
Wow, you know what yoga pants
I
are.
love the idea, but I'm not... The men's locker room. Glad I can't smell anymore. Probably nobody in there with my luck.
With your luck, of course. Alright, well, let's go ahead and call this an episode. In the next one, we'll check out the locker rooms. And now that we know who the lady in by George's apartment is, we will go pay her a visit again. See you next time, everyone.